What's up, my comic community? My name's Cullen, and I collect comics. And today is Thursday, July 13th, and we're going to go through my recent pickups from the Comix Strip. The Comix Strip is on Broadway in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, right across from the old Esquire Theater. I've been going there since I was a kid. I've gone to other comic shops, too, because for a while in the late 80s or early 90s, my town had a couple comic shops, and then they didn't have them anymore. But Cape Girardeau, where the Comix Strip is, has always had a comic shop, and it's been owned by Andrew, and it's awesome, and I love it. And yeah, so that's where I've been going. So we're going to get right into it. We've got Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries Volume 2. This is issue number 10. And the cover for this is done by Dario Brazulla. He also does the interior art, and Evan Cohen is the writer for this, or Evan, yeah. And so, all aboard the Mega Mystery Cruise. Amateur detectives attend a new convention held on the high seas, part escape room, part dinner theater. There's a mystery to solve in every room. In the buffet, the mystery is how many shrimp can Scooby-Doo eat. But when an actual pirate tries to take the ship, he'll find more trouble than he anticipated. All right. Next, after Scooby-Doo, we have, or Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, we have Batman Incorporated. And this has a John Timms cover of this is Volume 3, issue number 10. And Ed Brisson's the writer, and John Timms is also the interior artist. I like how the cover has Dusty Bronco on the cover there, the new rodeo Joker clown. And we're going to get right into it. It's issue 10, like I said. The villains of Joker Incorporated continue to wreak havoc across the globe. Can Batman Incorporated stop them without betraying a promise to Batman? Joker continues to force their hand into a bloody, winnerless battle. With one member of Batman Incorporated dead and another on life support, the team is faced with a terrifying realization that the Joker Incorporated may have outplayed them. Knight and Grey Wolf discover a startling secret about the Welsh madman Dilaphon that may help them turn the tides in this war, but at what a cost. All right, the next we've got Night Terrors number 1, and this is the whole, reason I've been collecting these new Night Terror DC books. This is the second full appearance of Insomnia in it, and it's got a cool cover by Evan Race and Danny Meeke, and Joshua Williamson's writing this, and the interior art are done by Caspar Wingard and Giuseppe Camicoli. And, we're going to get right into it. Who is Insomnia? Hello, ghouls and ghosts. This is Boston Brand, a.k.a. Deadman, and I'll be your supernatural tour guide across the Night Terror stories. After that fancy special oversized issue you have to read first, the whole world is trapped inside their nightmares, and Batman and I are trying to figure out who Insomnia really is, and why he would want revenge on the heroes of the DC universe. I always love Deadman stuff, so I'm really, really interested in this Night Terror stuff. Next, we've got Night Terror's Flash, issue number 1. And this has a Wuthera del Edera cover. And writers for this are Joshua Williamson, and the artist for it's also Caspar Wingard, and pencils for it are also done by Giuseppe Camicoli, and the inker for this is Stefano Nessi. And let me see. And let's see, it's like I said, Night Terror's the Flash for this one. After the Flash family freed Barry Allen from a dimension pariah locked him in, the Scarlet Speedster was able to return home for some quality time with Iris and his other loved ones. But after the world is plunged into a nightmare realm, Barry is trapped in a different cage. He'll have to find a way out on his own. Next, we've got Night Terrors Green Lantern #1, and this has a Lucio Perillo cover, and the interior arts for this are done by Eduardo Pacinca, Julio Ferrara, and Mario Focolio, and the writer for this is Alex Segura and Jeremy Adams. Like I said, Night Terrors Green Lantern. Back in space to face his greatest fear. Something is wrong in Sector 2814, and Hal Jordan, Kilowog, and few of the other Lanterns must find the mysterious disturbance despite a ban on any of the Earth's Green Lanterns leaving their world. What they discover is a planet controlled by a familiar face, a face of Hal's greatest fear, and in a backup story, Sinestro finds himself thrust into a new reality that drags him to the darkest corners of his past, perhaps his future. All right. Next, after that, I'm really excited for this. We got Night Terrors Robin. And this Night Terrors Robin book has a Evan Reese cover. And the interior art, I believe, is done by Miguel Mendocina, or Mendoza. I think it's Mendoza. I always have trouble with that guy's name. And then we got Kenny Porter writing this. It's Robin versus Nightmare Robins. When the two Bat brothers get taken into the Nightmare Realm, Jason Todd and Tim Drake must fight against their worst fears and each other as they are forced to relive the darkest moments of their lives. Next, we got Shazam. And this is Night Terrors Shazam #1. Dan Mora did the cover art for this, which is awesome. Roger Cruz is writing this. And Mark Wade is doing Mark Wade's writing this, and the art's done by Roger Cruz. Sorry. I should have known that because it's going to say Mark Wade. But it's kind of cool always seeing Mark Wade, Dan Mora. But yeah. Enter Teth Shazam. All the Earth's heroes, Billy Batson is the only one in double danger because he's the captain. Oh, he and the captain are each haunted by their own set of nightmares. So Captain Marvel and both Billy Batson. And if the world's mightiest mortal can't survive his own fears, what chance does the rest of the Shazamly have? This looks really good. I'm sure it's going to be pretty good. Now the one I'm also super excited for. I always love me some Zatanna. And right here we've got a Zatanna book. Makes me happy. Zatanna Night Terrors. We've got Robot Man, it looks like, on the cover with her from Doom Patrol. And this has got a David Baldinian cover. And he's doing the interior art. And Dennis Culver's writing this. And that is C. Kavik. Zatanna is back. Zatanna is one of the last people awake on Earth and must defend her unconscious allies, Wonder Woman and Detective Chimp, from Insomnia's sleepless nights. Led by their horrifyingly sleepless queen. But the outnumbered Zatanna can't do it alone, as she uses her magic to summon any champion that is still awake, which puts her in an unlikely team-up with one of the world's strangest superheroes, Unstoppable Doom Patrol's Robot Man. So yes, I mean, I figure, this Night Terrors thing, Robot Man's probably not going to be affected. I'm sure Red Tornado's not going to be affected. Metallo, maybe. I don't know. Next, we've got Harley. And we've got Multiversity. Harley screws up the DCU, issue number 5. We have this awesome Amanda Conner cover showing Harley stopping Bruce Wayne's parents' death. Then we've got this awesome cover also by Serge Acuna, which I really like too. Batman and the Joker there. Nice little smile on Harley's face. Then the third one we've got, which is done by Helen Leonoble. And this is the swimsuit variant. And yeah, it looks awesome. It's got Bud and Lou there and Harley there with her awesome little swimsuit, and love the hat. But yeah, then we're going to move back to the Amanda Conner cover where it shows Bruce Wayne, the mugging of his parents stopped. And like I said, Amanda Conner did this cover. This is issue number 5 of Harley screwing up the DCU. Logan Faerber is still the writer for this, and Frank Thierry is the writer, and Logan Faerber is the artist. Sorry about that. After accidentally undoing the Justice League's origin story and kinda sorta dooming our timeline, Harley's done all she can to right her wrongs and bring the DCU's heroes back, and she's had a lot of fun doing it. But now she has found herself face-to-face with the most tragic origin of the DCU, Batman's. Will she be able to doom Bruce Wayne's parents to their untimely fate for the sake of the universe? I love it. I love Bruce here on the, like, you know, he's just like so or actually he's over here, but yeah, just watching her, just let him have it. He's just loving every second of it over here. You gotta love that. Next we've got Spirit World, and this is issue number 3, volume 2. Haining is the writer for this. Alyssa Wong is the writer for this, actually. Haining's the cover artist and the interior art. Can't believe I keep messing that up. But, yeah, issue number 3. On the Hunt for Batgirl with John Constantine. Zenith and Constantine find a one-way ticket to the spirit world and must interrogate spirits to find Batgirl. But how do you do that without alerting the spirits that are there are humans walking among them? Then Cass and Popo go to a friend's of Bowen's in hopes of finding a way back to the living, a fox spirit who has his secret of his own. All right. That must be Bowen, I guess. But next we've got the final DC book. We've got World's Finest, Teen Titans number 1. You know, I love Teen Titans and Nightwing and all that stuff. Like, those are some of my favorite books. So we're going to go right into it. Chris Samney is the writer, or is the artist for this, and also the cover artist. And Mark Waid's writing this. Always like Mark Waid. Spinning out of the pages of the runaway hit Batman and Superman, World's Finest, comes a modern retelling of the early adventures of the original Teen Titans. Led by Robin, the Boy Wonder, a new super team has busted into the scene. Meet the Teen Titans, DC's grooviest group of super teens filled with super problems, and when they're not fighting alongside their Justice League mentors, they're managing their image and cultivating a rabid fan base that helps them save the world. As all the while, a danger from the shadows intends to tear these friends apart before they reach the big time. When they were the Titans of the before they were the Titans of the DCU, they were the Teen Titans, and you won't want to miss this fresh take on their origins from the legendary talents of Mark Waid and Emanuela Lupacchino. So I guess Emanuela Lupacchino is the artist for this, not Chris Samney. I think I might have messed up on that, but yeah. At least it told me right there to tell y'all. Next, our final stuff, we've got our Marvel, and we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 29. This is volume 6 of Amazing Spider-Man. Edward McGuinness did the cover for this. He also, I believe, did the interior art, with Mark Farmer doing the inking and Zeb Wells writing this. Eaten and bloody, with his back against the wall, Spider-Man has finally met his match. And I heard there's some awesome stuff with the Dr. Octopus's original arms in that issue. I believe something cool goes on. But next we've got the Immortal X-Men number 13, and Mark Brooks did the cover for this. And of course, Kieran Gillen's writing this. Lucas Wernick is the artist. The cover art's Mark Brooks. This is issue number 13 of Immortal X-Men. Listen closely. Time is running out. Fall is here. Doug Ramsey is the voice of Krakoa, and it's time for Krakoa to speak. All right. Next, we've got Miles Morales Spider-Man Volume 2, and this is issue number 8 with that DK Ruan cover, which is awesome, which is obviously a tribute to, I believe, the first appearance of Hobgoblin, maybe, but it's just such a classic cover that it's cool to see it again. This is also the new Hobgoblin is in this. We've got Cody Ziegler writing this. The artist is Federico Vincentini. Miles battles the Hobgoblin. Spider-Man, a.k.a. Miles Morales, has a target on his spider-symboled back. The most dangerous of supervillains in NYC keep coming at him hard. First Rabble, then Cletus Cassidy, now Hobgoblin is back and more dangerous than ever. He's got his glider aimed squarely at Miles. How could this get any worse for Spidey? Well, Hobgoblin might not be the only thing Miles needs to worry about. All right, next we got Planet of the Apes, Volume 4. And I love Planet of the Apes series, so I haven't checked out this comic yet. I've been meaning to read it, but I love everything else Planet of the Apes, so I'm sure I'm going to love this, hopefully. The cover artist for this is Joshua Cassara. The interior art's done by David Watcher, and David F. Walker is the writer for this. The die has been thrown. Juliana must guide the apes on a 865-mile trek from New York City to CDC in Atlanta, Georgia. The road will be long and treacherous, and with the Xerxes Veery not far behind, blinded by bloodthirsty rage, will Juliana be able to get all the apes to safety and potential usher in humanity's salvation? Or will a path of hope lead to a dead end strewn with blood and death? All right. Next we got Scarlet Witch, issue number 6. And this is the first team appearance of the Blood Skrull race. And like I said, this is issue number 6. And Russell Dauterman did the cover for this. And the interior arts are done by Sarah Pacelli and Lorenzo Tomata. And Steve Orlando is the writer for this. Family matters. Wanda's loyalties are tested when an enemy of the Kree and Skrull Empire falls through the last door, desperate for help, avenging their fallen comrades. Will Wanda honor the commitment she has made to helping those in need, whoever they are, or will her love for her son, Wiccan, and his husband, Hulkling, triumph over all? Plus, a familiar figure appears at Wanda's shop, and it seems that rumors of his death have been greatly exaggerated. Does he come as friend or foe? Now, our final book of the week, we've got Web of Carnage number 1. And Kendrick Lim is doing the cover art for this. And let's see, Francisco Mana is the artist for this with Zay Carlos. And writers for it are Ram V and Christos Engage. And I like this Kendrick Lim cover. It's pretty sweet. Carnage shall inherit the earth. As Cletus Cassidy exacts his revenge on an unsuspecting city and carnage reigns across the Marvel Universe, the Carnage symbiote remains left to its own devices, adrift amongst the stars. With its purpose renewed after the death of the Venomverse, Carnage has scant few hurdles between it and a glorious ascension to the throne of King in Black. and the first is named Moreland. All right, and that's the end of the Carnage. That's the end of my books for the day. And yeah, I love this Carnage cover, by the way. But yeah, that's all I got this week from Andrews. Definitely check out the Comix Strip if you get in that area. I'm going to get off here, though. Thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and I will holler at y'all later. Peace.